YouTube vertical stacker here, and I tell you, the fun just continues as it relates to the gold to silver ratio. If you're anything like me, once a day or so you look at the spot prices, which as of right now seem to be fairly meaningless because the premiums are still being retained fairly high. But you still check it nonetheless, and you see that gold and silver has consistently been going down, 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 staying the same, staying flat, down, 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 staying flat, so forth. But it's been dropping, there's no question about it. About a month ago, I put out a video showing how I was able to convert some of my generic silver and American Silver Eagles into 4 ounces of gold. And I wanted to review that real quickly, but then show you what else I've been able to do since that time. Now I'll put a link to that video up here as far as how I was able to trade the gold to silver ratio. So this is somewhat of a continuation of that video because I've been able since then to trade another 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 ounces of gold for additional generic silver that I had in my stack. And it's been some time in the making for this video because I did these trades some time ago. I just haven't had the time to produce the video. So here we go. You'll recall that I traded a 1 ounce Krugerrand and I was able to get that Krugerrand for 67 ounces of generic silver. I then traded a 1 ounce Valcambi gold bar, and I was able to get that gold bar for 67 ounces of generic silver. Then a 1 ounce gold maple, and I was able to trade away 67 ounces of generic silver. And then finally, the kind of the odd one was I was able to get 1 American Gold Eagle, and I traded 50 American Silver Eagles for that. Plus there was a little bit of a cash offset because he wanted another 10 Silver Eagles, and I was fine with that. But long story short, I was able to trade the 67 to 1 ratio for 3 ounces of gold, and then basically a 50 to 1 ratio for another ounce of gold using the American Silver Eagles. Well, I've been continuing on that stretch, and I'm just now making the video. I had some other appointments actually the day that I produced that video, and some of the appointments have fallen through. As the price has fluctuated, I think people started to get nervous about the price of silver, but once they saw that the premiums weren't going down, they were still willing to trade. And so here's what I have been up to over the last 30 days or so. I was able to get another Krugerrand. This one is a 1983. The last one I got, I think, was a 1975. I'm not a huge fan of the Krugerrands, but an ounce of gold is an ounce of gold. So I traded this again for 67 ounces of generic silver, and I was pretty happy about that. This is one of my really, really good trades. I got a 2019 Gold Buffalo, 24 karat. I really, really like the Gold Buffaloes to add to my herd that I already have. I don't know what you call a group of Krugs, but I call my buffaloes a herd of buffaloes. And on this one, I traded 68 ounces of silver for this 1 ounce of gold. Again, this was generic silver that I traded for that. So far so good, right? Well, check this out. My first 2021 Canadian maple leaf, and this is the one that has those extra security features with the lines, the rays that extend from the queen, and then we have the little privet Canadian maple leaf there. But yeah, this is my first 2021 gold coin of any denomination or any sovereign government, in fact. So I was really excited to get this, and I got this for 65 ounces of silver. So I was pretty excited about that. I think that was one of the better deals that I did because that was generic silver. So I was able to get that 2021 Canadian maple leaf. And then let's take a look here. What is this one? 2016 it looks like. I got a 2016 American Gold Eagle. And I don't know what to think about this. I paid 70 ounces of silver for this one. Probably overpaid a little bit, but I think by the time I look at these others, I was willing to give a little more for this one. I was surprised I was able to get the Buffalo as well as I did, but on the American Gold Eagle, I traded 70 ounces of generic silver for that one, and I'm still okay with that because I like the Gold Eagles a lot. Now, what's coming up next is going to be really, really interesting because I don't have any of these in my gold stack at all. This is something that's going to be unique to my stack, and I was able to get 3 of them. So I guess I'll just put all 3 of them here together, and I got a great deal, at least I thought, on these. They are 2021 1-ounce kangaroos, and I was able to obtain 3 of these also at 65 ounces for 1 ounce of gold. So basically 195 ounces of silver I traded away to obtain these 3 ounces of Australian kangaroo 4/9 fine 2021 gold coins. Really, really happy about those because I didn't have any of the kangaroos. Now, again, I'm usually more partial to United States coinage. I like the American Gold Eagles. I like the Buffaloes. Obviously, I like the Canadian Maple Leafs. I have a lot of those. But at 65 ounces per ounce of gold, I just felt like that was a really good deal, and so I went ahead and bit the bullet, as they say, and splurged to pick up those 3 ounces. So in about the last 30 days or so, I was able to get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 more ounces of gold, in addition to the 4 ounces of gold that I traded about a month or so ago. So 11 ounces of gold, my stack has increased by trading the gold to silver ratio. So it really does work, and you can find people in the community who are willing to do it. And again, I would just meet these folks over at my local police station. They have an area there that's specifically set up for internet transactions. And when I say internet, I mean whether it's a Craigslist ad or OfferUp or however you choose to meet people. And so it's actually quite secure. Is it possible you could meet some crazy folks? Yeah. In fact, I met one, but she still had things that I wanted to trade, so I was willing to trade, even though she seemed a little bit off of her rocker. She wasn't so crazy that she didn't get good value for her trade either. But at the end of the day, I look for something that I'm happy with, something that I can live with, and hopefully am giving good value in a subjective sense to the other person as well, and objectively. But I think both objectively and subjectively I did pretty well on these. Again, probably overpaid or overtraded a little bit for the Gold Eagle, but at a time where the Gold Eagles have been so hard to find. I've gone to 1, 2, 3 different LCSs, not daily, but certainly weekly over the last 30 days, and I have not found any Gold Eagles at all. I have only seen 1 gold buffalo. Actually, it was more than 1. It was a group of gold buffaloes at 1 LCS, but they wanted $210 over spot for a buffalo, and I just wasn't about to pay that. And I mean, as you can see by my trade, I did much, much better trading the ratio than if I would have paid cash for it. So happy to pick up these. Australian kangaroos are really, really a nice $100 denomination coin from Australia. Pretty cool. And I may have to look into some more of those in different years, although I hate to even think about starting up a collection because I'm just getting it for basically bullion value, right? Not collector pieces. So I have to remember that. Sometimes I get caught up in semi-numismatic type stuff and realize that that's just not what I'm about. I'm more of a stacker slash trader slash prepper slash whatever else you want to call me, fill in the blank here. So 7 ounces here, 4 ounces earlier, I think in February. What have you folks been doing? Have you been able to get any trades? Have you found any gold? I was at the coin shop yesterday and they still had 10th ounce gold coins, whether it was from Australia or gold eagles or whatever fractional denomination it was, but they were $220. And I'm just not going to pay $220 for a 10th ounce of gold right now. Not when the spot price is 1680 something, and I'm sure there's people screaming, spot is irrelevant. Nah, not to me. It's not. Because sooner or later these premiums are going to fall. I'm confident of that, just like I was confident that the price of silver was going to fall. I didn't think that the gold price was going to fall as much as it has, but I'm okay with that because right now, when you can find gold, whether it's gold coins or commemoratives or whatever it is, it looks like on some of them the premiums are starting to come down. If they buy it at $1,800 an ounce, at least the local folks, they can't just hang on to that and watch this thing drop for 6 weeks, 7 weeks, and watch spot price drop down to $1,500, $1,600 and think that they're still going to be able to command a $300 premium, because I just don't think that's realistic. On silver, it seems like they've been able to do so, but on gold, I think the premiums are going to be coming down quite soon. Those folks selling it for 200 plus premium for an ounce of gold, I think are going to be in the category of the hogs who are going to get slaughtered. So they're going to have to do better deals with their wholesalers. They're going to have to get those premiums down to a more manageable level, at least before I'm going to back up the truck and buy from them. I will, in a heartbeat, trade the gold to silver ratio before I pay inflated premiums. Now, the only caveat to that is I don't have any silver left. I have traded so much silver away that there's just not much left in the old stockpiles. And the stuff that I do have left are pretty much just premium pieces that, I'm not going to trade away unless someone wants to give me premium value for them. And there's not a lot of folks that want to pay the premium prices right now on certain silver. So I'm just going to hang on to it. I probably have, maybe 30 or 40 ounces of premium stuff left. And that's okay. Other than my permastack, I'll just hang on to that stuff until such a time as I feel comfortable either selling it or trading it away, if I can find someone who's willing to pay the price that I'm willing to sell it at. So anyway, hope you folks are doing well. This has been my endeavor, 7 more ounces of gold over the last 30 days. 2021 is shaping up to be pretty good. I hope you're well. Vertical Stacker. Until next time.